Welcome back to Lyman and Healing Podcast.
Where laughter meets inner peace.
We're your host, Shaka.
And I'm Kiana.
And thank you for tuning in to another episode of your favorite podcast, Lyman and Healing. We want to thank everyone for tuning in, and we want to thank all of our subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for everyone who has commented, send us questions, like, share, and please ensure that you follow us on all the platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok. Thank you for tuning in with us in another episode. It's going to be a fun one today. Okay, what are we doing today?
So today we're bringing the linemen to the forefront, and we're going to be having a good time playing this game called Red Flag, Green Flag, where we each share our opinions. It's going to be spicy. So let us know in a comment if whatever question we read, whether it's a green flag or a red flag. So be sure to chime in the comments below and let us know, because we know for a fact we're going to disagree to agree on many things. So let me hop right in.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
All right. So first one, they want to live close to their family. It's a green flag for me. I'm sorry.
So you're okay with going to live close to his family?
I'm living close to my family.
You are not fair. Oh my God. I wouldn't say this is a red flag or a green flag, because I think, to me, what is best for us, because he wants to live close to his family. So that's a green flag or a red flag, because you want to live close to your family. See what I'm talking about? No, it's both flags. For me, I think the reason behind
Whose family is cooler?
I don't think it had nothing to do with it. I think the reason behind it is the most important thing, because maybe he might want to live next to his family because, let's say, his mom or dad is sick or something and you need to help take care of them. So in that case, yes, that would be a green flag. But if it's for some other reasons whereby, you want to live close to them so you don't got to pay any bills, that would be a red flag. So it depends on the situation for me.
What if you have kids and you want to live closer to your mom because she's going to help? Green flag.
For me, that's beneficial for me, but you're looking at it from their point of view. Oh my God. Let's go on to the next one. They ask for my phone password.
Okay. They as in my husband?
I don't know. Let's say you're anyone. So what do you think?
Dating? Red flag, because we're just dating. I don't think that's necessary. But if we're in a relationship,
so how long you got to be dating for?
We have to be in a relationship. So for me, dating is like you're not exclusive. But if you are and you're together, it's okay.
So,
and why do you want my password? Just to go through my phone, or just in the event you need to? I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends on why they want it. Once again, obviously, I know a lot of people would see this as a red flag. But to me, if you're married, having your spouse's password is fine.
Yes,
right?
I agree with that.
If it's somebody that you now met, definitely a red flag.
Yes.
If it's someone in a relationship and then you're in a relationship for a while and you refuse to give your password, I would say it's a red flag if you refuse to give the password.
But fair, but I also want to know why. Why do you want my password? Like, for what reasons?
Well, I don't know why they would want the password.
Like, you just come out of the blue, what's your phone's password?
Well, if you're doing something you're supposed to do.
no, I'm just like trying to mentally understand, like, just out of the blue, like.
They want to see if they can trust you.
Or
they want to see if they can trust you.
Phone, and they're like, oh, let me go into your phone for something. Like, oh, what's your password?
I think usually they want to see if they could trust you. So.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next one?
They casually swear.
So they cuss.
Yeah, they cuss. That's fine with me.
I think it's a green flag. I cuss, so I cannot hate on that at all.
But you do need to, be able to switch it up, because everywhere you can be dropping F and S and R's and whatever.
I think, to me, depends on the person, because if you a certain kind of, some people don't like to use those words, and if that the partner is using those words all the time, I think it might be an issue. But for me, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I have no issue with it if you're surrounding me, but if we're in a certain space, like, you need to know how to code switch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so the next one. They talk a lot about their careers and life goals. Right?
A
So
man
this
with a plan.
green
Yes.
flag. That's a green flag. I think
Yes,
that's pretty
yes,
good.
yes.
And that's pretty good. Okay.
They want to get married at a courthouse as it's cheaper.
Green flag. I think that's green flag. I know a lot of people might not agree with that. I got married at a courthouse and I think it was great. So I don't have any issues with that. But I think some other people, may not love that.
Yeah.
Because, it saves money. And for me, if you love the person, it doesn't matter where you get married.
Facts.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I
think.
agree with that. Like, a wedding is an event, but a marriage is what actually, what you need to focus on. So I feel like where you get married really is not that big of a
Importance, yeah, it's not a
deal.
core thing,
It definitely is more so about the marriage and the relationship. So as long as that is on point, I don't care.
All right. Okay, I'm next. They don't spend money on vacations or eating out as they want to retire at age 40. So basically, they don't spend money on vacations or eating out. They just save because they want to retire at age 40. So what do you think? Red flag or green flag?
I don't know. I'm a color in between.
It's one of the two. One of the two.
I'm gonna go red. Reason being, I respect their ambition and their drive, but life is short. You don't even know if you're gonna be alive by age 40. So as much as I respect it, I am of the belief that today is a gift. You live in the present, you live in the moment. Not to say you don't focus and plan for the future, but today is all that you have, and
So spend your money on everything.
no, not spend your money on everything, but you have to have prioritize happiness in the now. I feel like that is a huge sacrifice, and for people who can do that, kudos to y'all. But no, I feel like I would be so depressed and sad because I don't know, like I feel like life is so uncertain. Like you can probably aggressively save, yes, but also try to allot some kind of money towards the now in terms of spending. And you don't have to be extravagant, but it can be something that you're doing now to bring joy. Because I feel like that's too long of a delay for happiness. Or, you retire and then
But forte blase and, you're having a good time. So all the rest of the time is happiness.
So let's say you enter the workforce. For many of us, enter it before we're 20. So you're telling me from your entire 20s or 30s.
20 years, basically.
You're never getting back those years when you were young, when you were supposed to be discovering who you are. Not to say that you can't do that in your 40s, but I feel like life lessons that that you can learn in your 20s when you're young and dumb is important as well, So like I feel like for me the red flag is it's not like to say that it's not
a good goal.
it's not a good goal, but I feel like there needs to be a little bit more balance to it. I feel like it's too
rigid.
extreme.
Yeah. So for me, I would say definitely red flag as well because I think it depends on the person who you're with. Because I feel like two persons could be like, we're not going to do this. We're going to just save and do all these things or whatever when we're after 40. But for me, that's not my personality. I like to, as you mentioned, live in the now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be spending everything. I feel like the goals could be different.
Yeah.
It doesn't, okay, fine. We're not going to go on extravagant vacations, but we're going to have a budget of this amount.
Yeah.
Or we're not going to eat out every day, but we're going to eat out once a month. Something because we're saving towards this goal. It has to be a good balance. I don't like when there's not, like people are inflexible. I hate that. I feel like there's room for that because life changes, thing changes, and I don't like that strictly.
Yeah,
You're like,
if you have
this is it, and this is it alone. I don't like that.
And if you brought, let's say you guys have a kid, then damn, that childhood is extremely sad because where's the joy? Where's the let's do something extra for fun? Like fun is necessary, people. Like your mental health, to me, that would make my mental health suffer.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. Okay, what's the next one?
They show up at work unannounced.
Your work, they show up unannounced.
Yes, unannounced. With food? Like...
For me, there's a red flag. I don't care. Tell me where you're coming.
If you're surprise me with some food and
no, tell me where you're coming. If you tell me you're coming, let me know. Why are you showing up at work now? I feel like this stalkerish.
It is stalkerish.
I feel like sneaky-ish. I'm sorry. I don't like that. Don't show up at my job unannounced.
If you're coming to surprise me, like spontaneous.
No.
Yeah.
Send some flowers. You don't have to come. Okay. Next one. All of their best friends are childhood friends. So all the friends that they have in their lives, they know them since they were younger.
No new friends. No new friends. No,
So you think that's a green flag?
No new friends. No. That means they're able to commit for long periods of time. Because if their childhood friends are the same friends and they're good people, that's a green flag.
I think it's a red flag because they don't want to grow up. I feel like you have no new friends.
How many new friends do you have?
From childhood? Like,
Childhood,
what's childhood?
I'm thinking childhood could be from like primary school, high school. That's childhood.
No, so from a job, let's say, it's a grow.
But you can have associates. Like when I'm thinking about friend, I'm thinking about core people. Like,
I think to me, now,
but you can still have a lot of like
to me, I
associates,
feel
people
like
you're cool with.
This seems to me like a person who don't want to grow up. That sounds like
But
somebody
what if
who
they're growing together? There are people who've been together like romantically from since they're young and they have to grow up together. I don't know. I feel like
all your friends. It seemed to. I'm sorry. It seemed to one.
Once
No,
again,
all your
I
friends.
view friendship as like this.
All your friends.
You can have associates. You can have a lot of new associates, people you hang out with. But like core friends, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
There's okay. So you're saying that they get like other? No, they're saying like all your friends, like people who you mess with, people who you ride with, whatever. They're all from your childhood. I feel like there's people who don't like to grow.
All right.
That's anyway. Agree to disagree.
I think it's okay because for me, friendship is like very sacred.
Nah.
So if they have associates that they've met along
All
the
your
way,
friends, you trying to tell me nobody else you and meet that you think was good ever?
you didn't answer my question.
Yes, many people. Not just from my childhood, people I've worked with.
Okay.
Right? Yes, I'm very close-knit. That's why she's asking me. Very particular of who I let in my life. But I've met people along the way. Lost people along the way, as normal people do.
Next question. Their family helps pay their mortgage.
What do you think?
I read the question, so go ahead.
Red flag. I think that's a red flag. Why is your family paying your bills? Pay your own bills. I'm sorry.
It is a red flag. If you're down on your luck for whatever reason
that's
and they
okay.
help out, that's one thing. But if
Paying your bills.
if they're like paying bills, like nah.
Well, you're living above your means. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, they do have they're lucky to have their family even be able to afford it. So I think maybe in that regards, but I don't know. I feel like you need to be independent when you're grown. I'm sorry. This is just my way of thinking. You have generational wealth. Good for you. Okay. They went to a single gender school. So they went to an all boys school or all girls school. What do you think?
I don't care that much. So I mean, what's the big deal?
I think I would. It depends on who they are now. I think to me, going to those schools have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of schools in the Caribbean, they have all boys and have all girls.
But I mean, you're still socializing with the different mix. A lot of times, let's say the same school have like a division where they have all boys, and then they have a division that have all girls. At some point, there still is some sort of interaction with them, whether it's like whatever events or whatever. So I feel like I don't see the big deal.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. They have no interest in politics and don't vote. I'm sorry, that's a red flag to me. Like, I get it, the frustration with the current political climate, but you need to exercise your rights as a citizen.
Correct. And you need to care. I'm sorry. Even though things might be, you don't know which side or whatever, but you need to really have some kind of care about your future. I'm sorry. So I think you need to care about that. So I agree. All right. So let's see. They don't post regularly on social media. Why is that a green flag?
I don't know. I like a guy who doesn't like to be on social media much. That's a green flag to me.
For me, I don't care. I don't care.
So you would prefer a guy. You wouldn't care if a guy was like every minute selfie, new selfie, this, gym selfie.
If that's his thing, yeah, why not? But if he never posts you.
So you're doing all the selfies and not you.
Not you, I think that's the red flag. Posting himself every day but not posting you, red flag.
They're reluctant to step out step out of their comfort zone as they know they're very particular. I mean, I'm kind of particular too.
You step out of your comfort zone, though.
But I do step out of my comfort zone. Oh, wrong one I picked up. So I can understand being particular, but you have to have room for a little bit.
Yeah,
of
you got to be flexible. Yeah. Relationships is all about flexibility to me because you're gonna have to compromise.
Yeah.
Right? Because even if they're very particular, whatever, they're meeting a whole new person with a whole new things. You're trying to tell me that they don't want to allow for anything that you want to do. Yeah. That might not want to do. That mean they got to find somebody exactly like them. Yeah. And that's not gonna happen. So yeah, red flag. All right. So they admit they've cheated in the past, but they've learned from it and would never do it again. So they were a cheater in the past. They were ex-cheater, not a present cheater. So what do you think? They cheated in the past, not on you, but on their previous relationships. In their previous relationships.
Multiple times they cheated?
They've cheated. But so it depends on the amount?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So what's the amount? 2 times, 3 times, 10?
Once.
8
Once is the amount. Once.
So if they cheated, okay. All right, so let's say they had multiple partners, but they cheated once every time.
That's a pattern. No, that's a red flag. If it's like one time and they like realize, ugh, that's not, that was a huge character flaw, they learn from their mistake and never do it again, I'm okay with, looking past it. But if it's like a pattern, it will make it, not to say people can't change, but it'll be harder for me to accept that they've changed because they have a consistent pattern.
Okay, so it depends on the amount of time.
It depends. If it was a one time,
I don't know. I mean, one for me, I don't say if it's a red flag or green flag. Obviously, it is a red flag because you don't want cheaters. Yeah. But I feel like there's something that you can work through. Especially people can change.
Yes, people can change.
People can change, and the fact that they told you, I think that's important because I'm gonna be lying.
They told you so you can prepare yourself for the cheating ways.
So you rather than them tell you?
Either way, it's up to them what they're gonna do. Okay, you can't control a cheater. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Okay?
I think people need second chances. So I would give them a chance for sure.
Agree. But I will be watched. I will be all eyes on you. Watch it.
Go ahead.
They are a passionate supporter of a sports team.
Inside joke. What do you think?
How passionate?
Like, every time they're playing, they got a look. Every time they they got a t-shirt. Honestly, I think it's a green flag.
I think it's fine too.
I think it's a green flag.
I think it's fine too, but everything in moderation.
Yeah, because if I think I admire people when they like so passionate about something. Once again, it depends. I think too extreme, but I think that's fine.
Moderation.
I think that's fine.
If they have too many passionates of many things, it can be a bit much.
Like they're passionate about 8 sports.
Exactly.
So only one sport, one cricket team, West Indies is it?
Yes.
This is enough. Okay.
Right around the West Indies.
All right, good, fine. This fair. Okay. They receive an allowance from their parents.
We talking the rich? They got a trust fund. If it's a trust fund, baby.
What a trust? I don't know.
Honestly, their family is rich and they can do that for them. Who am I to come in the mix? Because, baby, if I got kids and your girl got it like that, your girl is going to give her kids money.
Facts. But I think but that might be a clutch to the person and not wanting to do more.
But if they are doing their own thing, that's just extra money they get.
Okay, I don't know.
You don't like free money? God bless you. Give it to me. I'll take it.
No, because sometimes that person don't want to work hard because.
But if they are working hard, if they already have a great job.
But I feel like do something else with it. Don't get them an allowance, like help buy a house or put it to where it's like grandparents or stuff like that, like being like grandkids. You know what I mean?
Saying what if the family is well off and they're doing all of that? It's just.
But why an allowance? Like, why an allowance? Am I a child?
Some people are like that. Some people trust fund is like that. Once they reach a certain age,
they get a certain amount. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like lump sum is better because that seems more like a gift.
So if it's like, let's say it's a maybe it could be so many different things and reasons why it's a monthly like money payout. It
Okay.
could be for various reasons. So I feel like, once again, if it's just extra money coming in, and that person has their own thing, they're doing their own thing and whatever.
Once it's not
okay
a
with that.
clutch, as in they don't want to do more because they have in this amount of money, I think that's fine.
But even if they don't want to do more and they have the extra money, the money is
But why you
there.
don't want to do more? So what happened when the person's gone, the family's gone? What gonna happen?
Then they gotta do more.
Well, they're not gonna do more because they've been clutched all the time. You gotta give more. My opinion.
They have opposing political views to me. America, those views are way too wide, baby.
Yeah. I
Way
feel
too
like
wide.
in
Guyana,
Ghana or other Caribbean
Caribbean
countries,
countries, I can
the
work
views
with
are
it.
not so bad,
Yeah.
different. But in America,
way too on the
we're
opposing side.
too polarized. It's too the opposite. So I think you need to align yourself with me. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
And then
It
the issues
sucks.
are much more severe.
Yeah. And life threatening. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Yeah, it has to be more aligned. Even friendship. I'm sorry. I know people say reach across the aisle, but anyway, let's don't get
I'm
into that.
across the aisle too. JK.
Okay, all right. I'm next, right? Okay. They suggest we sleep in different rooms so their snoring doesn't wake me up. So you have a guy or a husband, and they're like, let's sleep in different rooms because I snore too much. You say that's a green flag.
Yes, so, because why are you snoring in my ears?
What? I think that they need to work on something else. I think that's a red flag.
What is it something else?
What do you mean there's different
CPAP
snoring? CPAP is not for that. CPAP is for sleep
Sleep
apnea. It's not the same. There are
But what
different
if you
snoring
tried?
devices.
What if you tried and none worked?
Well, you gotta love me snoring. I'm sorry. No, we sleeping together. We sleeping together. I don't care. We are together. We're sleeping together. I gotta learn to deal with the snoring. Put in earplugs.
Sleep is so important and it impacts your health in many different ways. I think we need to do away with that sentiment that, as because you're a couple, you have to share a room.
I think this year
You can do all of the things together in the room, but when it comes to sleep, the actual art of sleeping, I don't see anything wrong with somebody going into a separate room because they know that their snoring is disruptive to their
I know,
other
but
partner.
a lot of relationships, they say even going to bed at different times could affect their relationship.
But then we go to bed at the same time in two different beds. So at 9 o'clock, you go to
We
your
can
bed
agree
and
to disagree, but I think once
I think
you're married,
sleeping
together is
having a good sleep routine, having a good sleep sleep.
you stay by yourself.
No,
Stay by yourself.
There are studies that says that if you don't sleep properly, it can
I
lead
agree,
to.
but you wear some earplugs.
That's possible.
Wear some
However, if
earplugs.
he suggested it, that's love, baby. That is love.
No, we sleeping together. Because when you got in a room and you got texting, you tried it.
I keep on the phone. You text on the phone.
Okay, let's go next one.
They won't go on a date on Fridays because that's when they hang out with friends. Yep. If it was in the beginning of a relationship, like a dating relationship, and it started off like that, fine. But baby, once I'm in the picture, and I say let's do something on a Friday.
Those men that says that is the ones to get their friends since childhood. Nonsense like that. Okay, let's go. Next one. They get upset if I don't answer their call. They prefer me to answer and say why I'm busy. So they're calling you and you don't pick up,
I'm not got time for that.
but they want you to answer, at least say you're busy.
I can send you a text and say I'm busy. I don't need to answer my call all the time. Like if
Okay.
I'm at work, especially, you need to have boundaries and understand I'm at work.
Okay, that's fair. I think this fair. I think it's a red flag as well. I do think so. Okay.
They live with their grandmother so they can help look after her while saving money. That's fine with me. You're taking care of their grandmother.
The taking care part, but I feel like you're smooching on granny little money. You understand? Because
He's waiting for Granny Dad to kick out the house.
There's a red flag for me. It depends. If you're taking care of granny, it's different. I'm sorry.
He waited for granny to die. So
And why does he only wait for save money? I mean, if granny had nobody else.
He's the only one living with granny.
I don't know.
I would think you would understand since you're so understanding.
I'm understanding. What are gonna do? I'm understanding with things that make sense.
So you can take your grandmother.
Of course you can, but why you gotta live with her? Is that the only option?
Because it's easier. If she's an
But
elderly.
the only reason he's doing it is to save money. I don't like that. Like this.
No, it said he's taking care of his grandmother. That's the wrong one. He's living with his grandmother, so he can help look after her. And while he's doing that, he's saving money.
So he's still winning.
What do you mean? She prefer granny to be by herself?
Sure, you know what? It's fine.
Two birds,
I think you can look after granny, but I think the reason why you're looking after granny is for get free rent, and I don't think that's fair.
So you think you should pay granny bills?
Yes, yes, exactly. Okay. That now you're looking after granny.
That makes
the only reason why you're there is to help the freeness. No, I don't agree. To get freeness, no.
Okay. So you gotta be living with granny and pay granny bills.
At least helping out.
Okay.
You know, at least helping out.
But maybe he is. Let's say living on his own, he was spending X amount of money a month, and now he's contributing to granny. He's only spending half of that.
That's perfectly fine. I think that's perfectly fine.
He's still saving money somehow.
Perfectly fine. Okay. They don't like telling me how much they earn, so you don't know how much they get paid.
Especially if you're in a relationship and they can't tell you that, red flag. Women who like hide how much you're making,
red flag as well. What? Oh my God. Once you're in a relationship, especially in a relationship, if you don't want to say that at the beginning of the relationship because you don't want people to perceive you a certain way, that is absolutely fine. Because you don't want someone to date you or not date you because of how much money you make. But I would prefer if you know you don't make a lot, and you don't want to tell them,
or you make a lot and then people start calling you big money,
right? Or you don't make a lot and you don't want to tell the girls because they might not want to date you. You don't want those kind of girls anyway. Guys, girls, same thing, right? But when you're in a relationship, you need to be able to discuss finances, right? More than 50% of divorce happens because of money.
Transparency is important.
Right? And if you're not sharing that, it's not good. So absolutely, that's a red flag.
Absolutely. Their best friend is the same gender as me. So if you're a girl, they have a girl best friend. If you're a guy, you have a guy best friend. The girl has a guy best friend. Yeah. I've had that experience in the past, and it never happened to me. Reason being, honestly, it would make sense if, because, it's a best friend of the opposite gender that they have, that they somehow would kind of incorporate you into the fold. Like, not to say I have to be her best friend and stuff like that, but they're intentional about, ensuring that you two meet and hang out and get to know each other to make you comfortable. So to me, it all depends on, their willingness to include you into the fold and the level of transparency that is happening. But if they're continuing to want to keep this relationship completely separate from you guys' relationship, then...
But it was separate before, so I would assume that's going to continue to be separate.
I think because of what it is, effort needs to be made to include the fold, unless, you're somebody who generally don't care.
For me, and I know this might not be a progressive view, I agree, red flag. No.
That's it?
No. I don't want you to have your best friend be a girl. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree because we're progressive, men and women could be friends. For me personally, it's a no. Okay, I'm the only woman must be as important in your life. Your mom could be a part of it as well. But otherwise than that, no. I mean, as in obviously she's important, right? Mm-hmm. I can never change that or whatever. We'll never want to change that. But why your best friend gonna be a girl?
Because
no, it's okay for me.
They be besties since they were kindergarten.
I don't care. You don't like it either, so we agree in this one. If I know a lot of people might agree, why not y'all do what y'all want to do? For me,
it's a no. It's a no for me, though.
Okay. So, wait, is me next? Yeah. Anyway, they have a drink after work every night. a drink. Well, ice a red flag, because after work, I take a drink every night. It ain't got to be no big, dirty drink. A little beer after night to unwind, some wine to unwind.
Habits. Habitual.
You too strict. I'm sorry.
Habitual. I'm a social drinker, so that's why I am like.
No, you too
Working
strict.
hard.
What is wrong with that? If they
It's a
become
habit. Why can you do something else to relieve your stress? Why can you go for a walk? Why can't you do something else?
I could have done all of that to release my stress, and I choose to have a drink. Judgy.
Red flag. It's a no for me, dog. Nope.
Once you're not alcoholic, I think that's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
One drink after work somehow becomes two drink after work.
I've been having one drink after work for years.
It only takes one thing to bump it up.
Whatever. It's whatever. I think agree to disagree.
Habit.
I'm not judgmental like her.
Habit.
So
They reply instantly to my messages.
text back, y'all.
Yes.
Text back.
Yes.
Okay. All right. They don't want to change their last name when they get married.
I think a lot of men are gonna say red flag, but for me personally, it's a green flag.
Because we're women, I think that's different.
Yeah.
I still have my name from marriage. Even though I'm married, for years I still have my last name.
Yeah.
My husband is not that kind of strict conservative person whereby he has to claim or own me. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people might disagree with that. But we're much more progressive than that. And I love my name. Well, why was it progressive?
You don't want a man to have a female friend.
What I gotta do with that? It's two different things. But I love my last name and I have it still, and I think that's fine. I think in relationships, especially, you should be able to allow to keep your name. I think that's fine.
Like for me,
in marriage,
this is the name I was born with. This is a name I have known all my life. Like, this is my identity, so to speak. So and plus changing your name is a lot of work.
It is hard.
And not only that, I won't mind having my name legally the same. But obviously, once I get married, I don't mind if he referred to me as, his last name, like Mrs. Whoever. That's okay with me.
I think to me, if it depends on if it's that important to that person.
Yeah, that's why I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I think to me, if it's so important to him, he's like, no, I need it or whatever, I would change it. That's not a big deal, right? But for me, I think the flexibility, it should be there.
I
know a lot of people would not agree with us, but
yeah. I feel like whatever is a compromise, we should be able to meet each other there.
Exactly. I don't think that should be. I know people might say we're the red flags, but but I don't think it should be that big of a deal. We're not in the 1800s.
All right. They still have dating apps on their phone 3 months after we started dating. What are we doing? Wasting time.
Red flags. They want to save up for a mortgage before spending it on a wedding. We know that's a green flag. They want to save up for a mortgage instead of spending it on a wedding.
But I feel like you can get married without and do both. You don't have to have a wedding. That's something we could have done, a courthouse wedding. Like
that's true.
If the saving is what's stalling you from us getting married.
But it's not. But say on a wedding. I don't think that has anything to do with the marriage.
Okay, so as long as they're not delaying the marriage.
No, if you're delaying the marriage, absolutely not. That's a red flag.
If that's the case, that's fine.
But if it's a mortgage over a house over a
wedding,
for sure. And you guys should definitely watch that Netflix show, Marriage versus House or whatever. You know that show whereby you gotta choose which one you want. Most people choose a wedding. I was flabbergasted, but people make their decisions. It's whatever.
They loan money to their friends. It's fine.
Honestly, I think it's fine. If your friend pays, don't say it. Let me tell you, he's a person who has a friend since childhood.
Let it go.
But if you're lending money, that means he has money.
Exactly.
And hopefully the friend pays
he's
back.
borrowing, so that's good.
That's true. Okay. They always insist on driving.
Passenger princess.
Forever. Absolutely.
Guys,
I don't know about you, but
they like to binge watch new TV shows.
Why?
I don't always watch TV, but when I do, I binge watch.
Exactly, yeah. You definitely. I agree. Okay, let's see. They want to be the breadwinner of our future family. I think that's. What about if it's a woman?
In my case, it's not so red green flag for me.
Oh
if
my
it's
God.
a red flag, that depends on the man. If he's okay
Yeah.
with that, green flag or red flag. Some men are
I
okay with
feel to
that.
me it should be a green flag all across the board, men
Yeah.
or women. You understand? Because being a breadwinner doesn't mean
Yeah, you can stop working. You can still work. You can still do whatever.
exactly.
You
It doesn't mean you're less of a person. So even if the woman wants
Yeah.
that dimension, feel like you're less of a person,
want. Yeah.
right?
They don't want to get married until they're financially stable.
Okay, that's like the other
Yeah,
one.
that's similar. But this one don't want to get married until they're financially
No, it's a red
stable.
flag. I think there's a red flag because I know a lot of people might say, "Well, no, I got to save money. I got to do this.
But what
I
if
got
they're
to
in
do
a
that."
lot of debt and they don't want to, inherit that, give their partner that debt?
Okay, so so let's say they had student loan debt for like over 200,000. Were you gonna do wait next 80 years? Because
I would say,
nothing
I
next
don't know.
80 years.
I say, what's the game plan? If they're like, let's say,
you
if they're
get
saying,
married and
give me 2
help
years,
him.
agree. But if they're insistent on it, let's say they say, give me 2 years to get my finances together. I feel like there needs to be a strong timeline.
Okay, so if 2 years meet and it didn't happen because
Then revise whether they
they thought that there would have been student loan forgiveness.
Oh, don't hurt my soul right there.
But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So what happens now? You waste 2 years. You walk away.
No, I feel like at that point they need to revise the situation and be like, okay, let's get married and then we just figure it out. Or if they're like, I don't know, it depends on that person too. Maybe that person is the one. They're like, no, I'm not comfortable with marrying you with that amount of debt because they might be somebody who's extremely financially responsible.
Yeah, but okay. So let's say first, various reasons could cause people to end up in have financial debt.
Right.
Right. So if let's say he was on his way to pay off the stuff, and then something happens, and then now he's in debt even more, what will happen then?
I don't know. It depends on the person. So I feel like I don't know whether to say it's a red or green flag. I think it's admirable that they want to get their finances in order, and I think that they should have like a strong plan in how they're going to do so. But also it is somewhat of a red flag because like we said earlier, about life, you will never be fully prepared for anything. You'll never be fully ready for anything. So I feel like sometimes you just need to make the leap and go forward.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm saying it's a red flag because with money, and once again, my views are very different with this. Money comes, it goes, and I think the love is what's important.
But also, money is one of the things that people divorce for.
Exactly.
So like
that's why you can't focus on it.
Right. No, right. But if you already have so much of a strain, and let's say it's already a problem in the beginning.
Well, I think you need to walk away from that person.
Okay, that's fair too.
I think you need to walk away. If you thinking that they have too much debt for you and you don't want to be with them, I think that's fine.
But I feel like it was more so coming from the person.
Exactly what I'm saying. So I'm saying, but if I'm with you saying I want to be married with you, but you're telling me no, I have too much debt. That I don't think you. What about me and the things that I'm feeling? I'm okay with your debt. You understand? I'm okay with it. That's why I'm saying I want to marry you. But you're saying, nah, I got too much debt. Thanks. Why you saving me? I's the one that's trying to get up in there. I feel like, and I could help you. Mm-hmm. We can work together. If we want to be together, we can work together. So I think that's a red flag. I think that there's more behind it. Because when you love somebody, and you can get married regardless. I think there's more to it than that.
It definitely has to be more. So I can't say whether it's red or green. It depends for me.
I would say it's red. Okay. Who's next?
Well, I can't. I think.
You think you're next?
I'm next?
I think so.
Okay. They don't like me hanging out with their friends. So meaning, like, if they're hanging out with their friends, they don't want me to be.
Or they don't want they don't want you to be friends with their friends. Yeah, I think that's a red flag for sure. Absolutely.
We don't have to be buddy, but we could at least hang out.
There's a man that has a friend since childhood.
Oh my God. And he hangs out on a Friday night, so you can't date on a Friday night.
All the same thing. Okay, I think I was next indeed. Mm-hmm. They don't have the same religious beliefs as me. What? So somebody could only be whatever you believe in to be with you?
No, we actually need to be in the similar.
Why?
Because if we're, once again, love, we have an episode about this. Love is not enough. Compatibility is important as well. If we're so different, a lot of times things can be murky. And if we have kids, how are we raising that child? So no.
So you will marry somebody else if they're not a religion?
In the past, I thought I would, but now no, because I see how divisive it can be.
Okay. I think to me, it depends on what their beliefs are, but
Exactly. If it's different, so vastly different than yours, because they're from a different religion.
I don't think anyway, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, but okay. Next
So
one.
that's what, a red flag for you or a green flag?
I wouldn't say it's a red flag.
Okay.
So it's not something that I go looking for, right? But I don't think it wouldn't be a red flag.
Okay. They greet their parents by kissing them on the lips. I'm sorry. Some cultures definitely like to do that, but it's a red flag for me. And stop kissing babies on their mouth. I'm sorry.
Can't do that either. Okay.
Terms.
They prefer to hang out at home and cook me dinner rather than go to a restaurant.
Oh, if I'm dating, red flag. Because why you want me at your house so badly? But if we're together, green flag. Especially if you can cook. If you can't cook and you're being cheap.
Yeah, red flag. I want to go out. You gotta be like a chef or something.
Yeah. All right. This is the
Good.
last
You have one more name.
My
I have
last
one
one
more.
is they can't handle any spicy food.
You know it's a red flag for you.
I eat spicy food. I cook spicy, but honestly, it won't matter. It
Red
won't matter.
flag.
I will accommodate you.
It's a red flag for me.
I'll
I'm sorry.
accommodate you.
I like spicy food, but I can't handle spicy food at all. Nah, man. I need a little. Like ew. Seafood just bland.
My food ain't bland. You gotta figure out how we eating it, what we gonna do.
I think for me,
But
when
we
it comes
can
to
accommodate
food,
that.
spicy food.
That's not a red or a green flag for me.
I think they need to be able to eat spicy. I mean, my spicy food ain't like hot.
I eat way more spicy
No,
than you.
no, I agree. You on another level,
But I'm okay.
right? You on
Because
another
not
level.
people- Everyone can handle all that heat.
I know, but they could handle a little bit of heat. How they gonna handle me? Okay, good. So this is the last one. They have a 6-figure salary, but they want the bills to be split even.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Why is that a red flag?
Free me from the 50-50, Lord. I can't do it. I can't
Okay,
do
British
it.
lady.
I can't.
Okay, so
There will never be true equality. So this is where this is a hill I die on. That.
she died on this hill, y'all. She dying on this hill.
I ain't doing 50-50. Red flag for me.
I think to me it depends, right? I mean, if he's making 6 figures salary, but they want to be so that means I'm not making 6 figures,
Right.
right? So I mean, if both of us are making 6 figures, I think I understand, right, that we should split the bill evenly, but it depends on
Here's
the
my
situation
problem with the
too.
splitting the bill evenly.
Okay.
When we're splitting the bill evenly, are we splitting everything else evenly? Are we splitting household chores evenly? Because that is where I have a problem with it.
So if he's splitting the bill 80-20, you doing 80% of the household chores? We're not.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Because by default, a lot of times, most times women take care of the home. By default, that's how society was built. And not to say
So
that
wouldn't that be 100% then?
But it's allocated differently.
It will come out to
But
100%
money-
because if you're doing
And
it,
we're talking about money, speaking of money, because this is more than money. It's never, the 50-50 is never just only about money. Because people love to say 50-50, but no, there's other things that contributes towards the household. So the time and effort to keep it clean, to keep the food on the table, that stuff that also goes into the equation. So that's why.
so if he
50-50
says
is no.
50-50, but we split the chores 50-50, you good
I'm
with
not
that?
doing that. No, I would feel like I'm in a roommate situation. No.
But you just said.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of my reasons why I'm not doing 50-50. Because
so
I have no problem taking care of the home.
but he has a problem with or you taking care of the home and he paying that amount.
That's not the man for me.
It's a red flag.
I don't care how you twist and turn, and I don't care what y'all gotta say in the comments. You can agree to disagree or whatever. This is my hill. What my flag?
I cannot.
I put my flag right here.
I cannot. Oh my God. I feel like yes, you made a valid point. But if he's willing to split the choice 50-50, if that's what you're saying, I feel like it's fine.
You know that's not gonna happen. But okay, but split the choice.
But me like
you got
splitting.
kids. Like, let's not even.
For me, it depends on the rationale. Okay, if because he wants to save towards something, so I have to put the 50 at that point in time. Absolutely, but if it's just because this how we rate, like this how we
Right.
Nah. You can't be mean because for me, I wouldn't do that.
But
I wouldn't do that.
You're talking about men, don't taking money from their family because you don't want to be complacent. Some men uses 50-50 as a way to be complacent in the sense that they're not being providers, in the sense that, let's say you want a family. Oh, let's contribute 50-50. Then me, the woman who gotta, be the carrier of this fetus, this baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And they gotta be stressed out, gotta worry because I gotta make sure my 50 is there because he don't got his 50. Like, no.
He has his 50 though.
What about having my back when I need it?
That's why he has it 50.
It's enough for me, dog.
For me, if it was me, I wouldn't be that rigid because I can't expect for me to be making how much more than somebody and then expect them to put 50%. No.
But in this scenario, don't get off the board.
No, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right? But if it's, let's say, I have to save for some reason. Let's say we're buying a house.
Yes.
Let's say we're buying a house.
Yes. Flexibility is
exactly.
necessary.
I could understand the reasoning.
But
if it's reasoning because he's just mean, and I'm very flexible, guys. It is because he's just mean. Absolutely not. I feel like that's
or he just don't have a provider mentality. Because let me
that's
clarify.
True. That's true.
Let me clarify too. When I say 50-50, I don't mean that I am taking. Let's say I'm not doing 50-50. I'm not. That doesn't mean I am spending my money blasé. No, my money is going towards the betterment of us as well. So whatever that is, I save more than him because he takes care of the house and stuff like that.
So now this his money, the savings.
No, it's our money. Okay, so all of it is our money.
Okay, so he could dip into your savings
if he needs to, and he has a valid reason. Because I would never let someone pay to the point where all of their money is going to the house. No, he has to have his own money too, his own things going on. I agree. And not to say that I will never pay any of the bills. No, that's what I'm saying. Unless, of course, he can do all of it, then that's okay with me.
I don't think 6 figures should be the right thing because a lot of people make 6 figures different.
It can be a high
the country and your way where you're at, but they make a significant amount more than you.
Yeah, I feel like it all depends, and I feel like to me it's more so. Not even more so about the money, but it's the attitude behind it. Because to me, it's for me. I'm a generous person, so I feel like it's the art of generosity I look at. Because if you're like coming to me, I'm your wife, I am your potentially the mother of your kid and stuff like that, and you're telling me I gotta contribute 50-50. That would turn me off so badly.
I think that's fair, but you need to preface. If they're making a significant more than you. So if they're not making a significant amount more than you don't want to pay 50-50. If y'all making the same amount.
Can we come out of this conversation?
So if y'all making the same amount of money.
Why am I not?
You get a red flag. You get a red flag.
You're trying to get me canceled.
Okay then, but let's wrap up. Let's wrap up this episode. That's the last part. Tell us what you think. Is it a red flag, green flag if the man asks you to pay 50-50, even if he makes it more or not? I don't think so, but anyway, whatever. And definitely comment on each one of the questions, right? Do you think it's a red flag or do you think it's a green flag. Okay, we had a lot of fun in this episode today.
And definitely tune into our other episode. We have so many episodes of the podcast. If you have not caught up on all of it, be sure to go back, check out our Lime and Healing podcast playlist, as well as our Bustle Lime playlist, which is also something we do outside of the podcast, where we lime and have a good time talking about different things that is occurring or TV shows. So definitely check those out. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need your subscription.
Yep.
So if you've watched our video, you don't have YouTube, sign up. It's free. Free. So definitely please continue to share with your loved ones. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come and check us out. And until the next time, definitely follow us on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and here on YouTube at Lime and Healing. So until we meet again, remember to
Bustle lime. See you next time.